You want to tell you want to tell me what we changed this year?
So we're trying to get a little bit of weight out of the car. Depending upon what events we might get at, we might have to do a little bit of a change with the intercooler. We'll see. Kind of still sticking with the way it was. I'm lying.
You are.
Completely lying.
Yeah. Of course, the car's been painted.
Yeah, that's the most obvious.
Oh, wow. Ooh, I like it. It's darker than I thought.
Yeah,
I like it.
Bright.
Come on, Duffy, you're supposed to be bright. You know you got that bright personality.
Yeah. I know, right? It's so funny because I've yet to see it in the sunlight. There's so much metal flake in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see. I'm so excited. This is gonna look so nice.
I'm like scared at the same time, you know?
Don't be scared.
Put the first scratch on it now, or?
Yeah, exactly. I know. I'll tell you what, I'll bet you this thing's pretty resilient. I mean, obviously we can scratch it if you want to.
No.
It's pretty resilient because it's got so much clear coat on it. So, no big deal.
If your tuner doesn't scratch your car, does he really like you?
Nice. We're changing the nitrous setup. Roche built motor, aluminum rods, different pistons, diamond pistons, slightly different compression ratio, different valve train in the cylinder head, different first gear in the transmission, different final drive.
More sensors.
We added, we've got all new Rife sensors that gotta go in for transmission stuff. We have another dump valve for the transmission so we can control the transmission a little bit better. Silly me, yeah. Oh, I'm waiting on B-locks to show up.
That's right.
They'll be here this week so we can be a little bit safer and stop spinning tires on the wheels. Get rid of these Poverty Star Jag wheels. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Car's been painted and a lot of body damage and stuff that we had taken out.
Some new fenders.
Open the flares of the fender wells so that we can tuck the wheel in a little bit higher. We changed the spring rate in the rear shocks so that she spots a little bit less aggressively.
So yeah, not too many things we changed.
Just the one or two things, yeah. In yellow, black and yellow.
That looks like your neutral safety switch.
Neutral safety switch. Well, that's...
And then alternator charge signal.
Not too bad, though. I thought it was going to be the big harness, so...
Well, it's good. It's not a big
I know.
Yeah, well, it's also not the same. Well, maybe at one time it was the same color, but this is a little sun bleached, you know?
What do you mean? That's a...
Little tinted window, you never see it.
Yeah, you never see that. Not with the
Way
window.
better than what it looked like.
Yeah. The Kraken is... Right now, the state of the car is not, I wouldn't say finished.
Yeah, still waiting on some waiting on the window glass. We'll glue the windows in. I think probably in a week or two, Edgar might start putting the motor together. Once we get that long block together, it's ready to go. It's just turning some wrenches at this point because everything else is here, ready to go. So
Are you excited?
Oh yeah. Super excited. I want to try to test my luck in Ultra Street. There's not too many imports in Ultra Street. I know full well that I will probably get my butt kicked, but you got to try.
It's okay,
right?
yeah.
But we're kind of catering the rules a little bit to fit Ultra / Limited 235 / Wild Street at World Cup. Still staying on the 76, but did a little changes to the nitrous system and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I'm excited to have like an actual plan this year.
Yeah.
versus
and it
last
not be
year.
October.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's May, like Justin Timberlake said. It's not October. Get out there in the dog days of summer and get some data.
Yeah, for sure.
FTI too, want to shout out them. They were really
absolutely.
helpful with the converter and the trans, and probably going to have to go back and forth a couple of times with some stator tweaks and changes, but because there's so many other things that were changed. So, but you know, it's the nature of it.
Yeah, well, this Powerglide now is rated for
2,000 horsepower.
There you go.
This is their flagship glide. A lot of people want me to go to a 3-speed. We're going to see what we can do on a 2-speed for now. Converter pressure strategies. Yeah, I mean, down the road, we could probably get rid of the IRS, go to a solid axle, put a 3-speed. you know, it only takes money, you know, so we're progressing along, and we're not trying to run before we can walk here. You know, this is new to everybody, especially at this stage, you know. Literally year one running a car at this level and qualifying at World Cup. Yeah, maybe not everything is exactly how the internet says it should be, but we must not be doing too bad. So. All right, well, we're looking here at the engine. I'll turn it over to Edgar, and you can kind of see what we found here so far.
Ultimately, the failure was, we spun 2 bearings, cylinder 1 and 6, but after, talking with Brian Roche, because I was a little curious as to what may have caused this situation, because there's no way we just stretched 625 bolts and they just come loose. Like, we dropped the oil pan and the rod bolts were backed out half an inch. Like, I pulled them out by hand, they were like half an inch. This engine was built probably 6-7 years ago, you said, Duffy?
Something around there, yeah. 5, 6, something
So
like that.
these are the Turbo Tough rods. Well, back in the day, they used to just tell you to assemble the rods and just use 30 weight oil on the rod bolts. As you can see, there's no sign of ARP lube. Usually you get remnants of ARP lube in the threads or behind the head or anything, and that was just non-existent. So ultimately what that was leading to was you weren't getting the right stretch on the bolt when you were just torquing them down. That 30 weight oil was not a good lubricant on the threads. Eventually they came around, and now they say use ARP lube. But so that, in conjunction with what we were doing with an engine that wasn't designed to do what we were doing, ultimately led to where we're at today.
You mean making 1,600 horsepower on a 1,000 horsepower motor is not a good idea?
So Dave goes to Dave and says, "Hey, I need a head for a 1,000 horsepower street car."
Yeah.
And
I didn't listen at all.
Nope. And then so Dave finds us in the pits at World Cup final. "Hey, how you doing? What's going on? What are you doing?" "Oh, just methanol, 150 shot of nitrous on top of a head that you built 6 years ago," kind of stuff. So yeah, pulled the head off, pulled the cams. To my surprise, to the naked eye, everything actually looks okay. I do think we rounded these lobes here. I do think they're a bit rounded on the nose, but outside of that, we're not seeing a whole lot of carnage in the cylinder head at all. For what we were doing and what it was designed for, it was holding together pretty well, and even Dave was kind of surprised at what it was withstanding. We were unfortunately slapping cylinder 6 with the pistons, so they were mating as we were running the engine, and you can see the part number on the exhaust side of the chamber. Luckily, it was just the piston getting thrown into the head and not being clamped into the head, per se. but looks like the piston actually took most of the damage because the cylinder head looks pretty good.
Duffy back. You excited? We haven't seen it in person. I'm excited. And of course, we have perfect weather. Ah. Banging gears. Oh yeah, wait, no, there's no gears in this one. Banging gear. Is too, yeah.
Oh, I guess it hasn't even wiped down or anything, you know?
Looks good, dude. What a difference. Right? Yeah. Do you like it?
Oh, yeah.
How you doing?
Almost done the fun stuff. Sweet.